Now, given the nature of the challenge of this save and how important youth intakes therefore are, I think it's going to be a theme that every year they're just going to be absolutely terrible. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City, bouncing back, and it's that time again, that time where you're just disappointed. At least we were warned this time. We were told it was going to be pretty terrible. The only positive was that we had lots of wingers, and I mean I can't disagree with that. There are lots of wingers in this selection. You look at this and you think we've got 2 4-star potential players and 1 3.5-star. I mean, it's okay, it's not amazing, but when you look at not just the amount of money we invest in the facilities, but Steve Weaver here, one of the best head of youth developments in the entire game. And this is exactly what you would want in terms of the attributes of a head of youth development. But, well, he's not really found many gems this year. And we have only signed these guys on youth contracts. All these people are hopeless. But a couple of guys I have given professional contracts to already. Stephen Short, he does, to be fair, does actually look like he could potentially be decent. The only real major problem is that he plays in a position that we don't really use at the moment. So hopefully he can be trained in a more sort of central midfield role. There's some good things. Determination of 16 is good. Technique of 13. First touch of 11. Some potential there, but the passing, the physical attributes are also really quite poor as well. But you never know. He could be good. Christian Berry as well, second highest rated one. Fullback / centre back. Not anything to write home about, and the rest of them, nothing really to say that was positive at all. I mean, this guy, Jaden Onyango, no would be the word I'd use. The natural fitness is good. I mean, his physicals are very good, but technically there's nothing going on there. Could do a great job in the National League, but not in the Premier League. I think the best way to describe our youth intakes so far is just, oh well. And oh well is also how we can describe our closing act of our Premier League debut season or return season. Well, obviously last time we saw that it went a bit bad after securing safety. We have now officially mathematically secured safety. Even obviously we're already going to be fine anyway, but it's been confirmed. The bonuses have been paid out and things like that. And as you can see, since last time there has been a slight uptick in form. And well, after the thrashing by Chelsea, we did the team meeting. Of course, that didn't work because we immediately then lost 3-1 at home to Brighton, who have really started emerging as a potential challenger for European football, as we'll see when we look at the table in a minute. For this one, I did completely shake the team up, other than Marco Stiepermann, really completely just dropped everyone. And, well, it didn't really work. Max Lowe there with a 5.9 will almost certainly never play for the team ever again. Other than that, there wasn't much glory being won by anyone else. We took the lead, 50th minute, Emil Smith-Rowe with a goal, and then most of their goals were sort of long-range shots that were quite lucky, but still, it was rubbish. So given the fact the team meeting had not worked, what else can we do? What other things can we do to change things around? Well, there's 2 things we can do, and 2 things that we did. First of all, we arranged a friendly against a terrible team and just destroy them to boost the morale. And we did that, and it worked brilliantly. We invited the boys from Cromer down, from the seaside into the city, and it was an 11-0 demolition job, and it did exactly the effect we wanted. The morale went from, well, in the red into the green, now up to very good, which is what we like to see. And that helped out immensely as we won a league game for the first time in a couple of months since we beat Fulham back on the 18th of January. We beat Newcastle 3-0. It was a brilliant performance. Buendia, 2 from the main man, Adamida getting the job done. Completely controlled performance, domination from start to finish, back to our best. I mean, Newcastle were down in 19th, they're in the relegation zone. They're probably going to get relegated, so it would have been pretty bad if we had failed to beat them. But given our recent form, you know, it was always up for debate whether we would or not. But no, it was a good performance and a relief to win, because that's actually only our 2nd win since the turn of the year. Our 2nd win in 2022. This is exactly what Bournemouth used to do consistently. I mentioned that a few episodes ago, but they used to, you know, get enough points to stay up pretty much, and then just basically lose every game for the rest of the year. And when you consider how good our October, November, and December is, the fact that we have literally won 2 matches in the league since the start of 2022 is not particularly great. And indeed, despite the positive of that win, we then immediately drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace at home. They were 20th in the league. They still are 20th. They're going to get relegated as well. So that was disappointing, especially given the win against Newcastle. But here is the league situation. You can see we are 20 points, having played a game more, 20 points behind Liverpool in 4th. We're not getting in the Champions League. That dream is long gone. And we probably will be about to throw away over the next couple of episodes the European dream completely as well. We are still somehow in 5th place. We are now only 2 points clear of Leicester, 4 points clear of Arsenal, and 5 points clear of Brighton and Hove Albion. Given the fact we still have to play Chelsea, Manchester City, Tottenham, I'm not feeling particularly optimistic, but we're going to give it a go. We'll see what we can do. What we are also interested in, of course, is who gets relegated. Palace, Burnley and Newcastle now currently in the drop zone, but it's tight. Fulham could go down. Spurs could still go down. Maybe Southampton, but they're a little bit further away. To be honest, any of these teams, but particularly the 3 currently in the drop at the moment, obviously Spurs as well, but I don't think they will actually go down. But Newcastle, Burnley, Palace, prime shopping territory there. Palace, of course, Tyrick Mitchell, we want to see if we can get him back. Newcastle, can we get Sean Longstaff permanently? And Burnley, well, I mean, I want a new goalkeeper. And Nick Pope, while he may be getting relegated, would certainly be an improvement. But our focus today is going to be on the top of the table because we're going to play Chelsea today. We could play Man City as well. They're coming up afterwards, but I think unless literally nothing happens in the Chelsea game, I don't want to lose 2 matches really heavily again. We'll just focus on one. And just Chelsea, the remarkable thing, it's a very close race at the top. City on 73, Chelsea on 73, United on 72, Liverpool on 70, and then all the way back is us. But Chelsea, currently in 2nd place, they've played a game more than Manchester City. They are level on points with them, but they are behind on goal difference despite the fact that they have not lost a game. They are unbeaten all season so far, but because of their, fewer wins, more draws, they find themselves behind City, who themselves have only lost once. Well, confirmation that the Euro Cup 2 place will go to the league because Liverpool have won the Carabao Cup, and so potentially, if we finish in 7th, we will still end up in Europe. But then the FA Cup also, of course, is going to be important for that. Leeds and Sheffield United are both still in that, so that could affect things. But you probably expect either Chelsea or Man United to actually end up winning that one. But, who knows? But given the fact that next year is the Qatar World Cup, I think I'm going to be okay if we don't. Now, obviously, we want to get some revenge against Chelsea after the annihilation they handed us in the FA Cup 5th round. And also, we want to see if we can become that first team to stop them from going invincible and also dent their title ambitions, which are, falling behind Man City's anyway. Now, I did mention earlier there was another thing we did to sort of try and, change our fortunes. It helped get a positive result against Newcastle, and that is we have tweaked the tactic just a little bit. It's been so successful, I don't want to change everything completely. So what we have done is a few little things. We have set the defensive line back to standard from the start. We sort of do that in games quite a lot, but we've done it from the start. We've also changed the passing directness down to shorter, just because basically every goal we seem to concede is because somebody, usually the goalkeeper, but other players as well, just play ridiculous passes to absolutely no one without looking or thinking about anything at all when there's no need. So if we just set it to shorter passing, hopefully that will eliminate that a little bit more. We've also just changed up the role of Greg Taylor at left back a little bit. He's now a defensive fullback rather than a supportive wing back. It just means that Max Aarons can then focus on attacking. Taylor will then hang back a little bit, so we don't just have 2 centre backs on their own. We've got 3 players helping out for any sort of defensive movements and overloads and things like that. So it seemed to work against Newcastle, but whether it's going to work against Chelsea will be a different matter. The team is has pretty much been restored at the moment to the winning championship formula. Tim Krul's in goal, Aaron Zimmerman, Gibson and Taylor is the defence. Suter is injured and also hasn't been particularly great, so Gibson's got his place back. Rupp, Longstaff and Stiepermann, the championship midfield is fully restored. Ronaldo Vieira is currently injured as well. He has done pretty well, so he would be playing otherwise, but Rupp, is a reliable servant. Buendia and Campbell on the wings, and Ida, of course, up front. So all of the championship winning team, apart from Greg Taylor, who obviously is replacing a guy who was only here on loan. What that says about the success of our summer signings, I'll leave that for you to decide. But just anything other than embarrassment would be good after what happened last time. Do we ask for revenge? It never seems to work. But I want to be fired up. I'm going to pump my fist and ask for revenge. We go for that one. There we go. They're all motivated, all fired up to probably lose maybe 6-1 this time rather than just 5. But I mean, this is a great start. Literally 1 minute on the clock, and they've already got a corner. It's been given away though, and Buendia is ready to strike. Adamida gets back onto an onside position. I mean, an early goal would just completely upset the apple cart, and well, it's not his best effort this year. Being talked about as a potential Player of the Year award winner, Emi Buendia, but not if he keeps doing stuff like that. But a good run from him, and we seem to be operating on the front foot early on. Of course, we did lose at Carrow Road in the FA Cup, which wasn't great. But it's a heavy touch from Musa. Buendia with, well, I wouldn't say it was the miss of the century, but it wasn't great, was it? Why he decided to shoot rather than trying to dribble and take that on and put it into the empty net, I don't know. But it's been a positive start. We're not already 3 goals down. That's good. And Leicester have won their match, so we need to try and get a point here to get retained 5th place. Chelsea are probably going to score here now, and there we go. Yep. I mean, we lasted nearly 40 minutes. That's quite impressive. But a simple throw in, which, I mean, they just don't. Our defenders don't seem to really be doing any defending of late. Flick on by Havertz. I mean, right. So 2 of them close down Abraham. Neither of them tries to engage at all. No one picks up Ziyech. I mean, we're not using any opposition instructions. That's something we could try and do. I don't like doing it because it drags people out of position too much. But, I mean, that was like they were both trying to close him down. Neither of them actually did any actual closing down, though. And despite a good start, we're 1-0 down. But we're not going to be too harsh on them because, no one's expecting anything of us. Anything less than a 5-1 defeat would be an improvement on last time. Free kick from Buendia, a good opportunity for us. Is missed absolutely everyone, and now Chelsea probably gonna break here. Havertz, Tomori flings it forwards. Taylor intercepts well though, and Lucas Rupp looks to. We got a lot of space here for some of these guys. We can just pick up the pace a little bit. Longstaff feeds Buendia. It's a good chance for him. He's hit the goalkeeper. It's a save from Musa. He didn't know much about it. That was probably the best chance we're going to get in the entire game. Not really all that much happening in the rest of it so far. Here we go though. Chance for a second. It's another throw in. I mean, how are we going to muck this up? Havertz has it. We look. Maybe everyone is just tired as Tammy Abraham hits the bar. We get it away. Maybe it is just a tiredness thing because everyone is physically tired at the moment, but maybe it's a mental tiredness after a long season. We haven't played many games, but this is kind of my problem with. I don't want to qualify for Europe because, well, if we can't cope with 38 game Premier League season, what we're going to do? We're in the Europa League or something like that as well. But well, disappointing. It was it's an improvement on losing 5-1, I suppose. We did have a couple of chances. Arguably, should have at least got maybe a goal. But yeah, I mean, it was a relatively good performance, much better than last time. Some signs of encouragement. It does, however, mean that we have dropped down to 6th, and I think we're going to fall quite a bit further than that, I think. I mean, if we can end up in the top 10, I'll be happy with that. But considering all they wanted was to avoid a relegation battle, that means we can finish anywhere, sort of like 15th, 16th, we'll be fine. When we were already safe from relegation, the board, they still love us, still an A+, still untouchable. I mean, it's fine. Let's get through to the summer and make some moves. And so that is what we're going to do next time. Now, we are playing, and we've only played 1 game today. I think we will probably do 3 games to close out the season, the entire month of May, because we are playing Leicester and Wolves, who are, well, Leicester have now gone above us. Wolves aren't far behind. Aston Villa, I mean, they're probably not going to catch us, but, still relatively close. So we will do a triple game special to end the season, probably just focusing on the goals as they go in, hopefully in, the opposition's net rather than our own. And then we'll see where things shake up in terms of the final league table, in terms of transfer budgets going into the summer, end of season awards, all those kind of things. And, well, I mean, maybe there'll be something for Emi Buendia. Maybe there'll be something for the Golden Boy. I think he's got a pretty good award anyway, whether he gets anything from the league or not. And then we'll think about the transfers as well. Yeah, definitely some improvements need to be made. The defence is causing me some issues. Really, the whole team, to be honest. If you've got any suggestions already, let me know in the comment section down below, and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Leave a like on the video as well, and I will see you next time. Can we qualify for Europe? I kind of hope we don't.